looking for the word sucra on this. I want to make sure this is indeed sugar. I guess it is. I think it is, yeah, it's sugar. I just tasted it. Alright, well, apparently they don't believe in lids in Brazil, so I'm going to drink this without the lid. I guess it's good. It encourages you to stay where you are. To stay in place.
Rio de Janeiro, one of the most magical cities in the world, with natural and cultural beauty to mesmerize you and a lurking danger to keep you on your toes.
Holy shit, that was gunshots.
Today, we will solo travel this city, avoiding both tourist traps and bullets, to feel the tender feeling you can only feel in this city. We start at the Celerone Steps, a mosaic staircase in the Lapa neighborhood. Unfortunately, with everyone taking pictures, it's hard to appreciate it, so let's get out of here.
This right here is the public urinal for the steps. It reeks. So if you do need to go though, and you're halfway up the steps, you can definitely go right here, right there, right there. No drain needed. So this right here is the wonderful Brazilian author Machado de Assis, and I'm reading one of his books right now, and it's quite good. And this is a commemorative mural for him. Now I wish I could read what that said in English, but Palavra puxa palavra, revolução. I guess it's saying one idea can form a revolution or something. Probably something like that, but look at these murals.
I headed to the bohemian village of Santa Teresa and noticed a charming yellow streetcar that seemed to be carrying tourists up and down the hill.
Woo! We are going to be getting on one of those very shortly. But before we do that, I want to show you yet another view. Now this seems to be looking into the country, not to the shore. So a little less action going on visually, but oh wow, there's a record store. This is a music wheel. Now this is interesting, a music wheel. Bossa Nova, see, that's what we're gonna go for. Antonio Carlos Jobim, Parliament, Al Green, and Aretha Franklin, the Ramones. Let's skip that one. I don't know what that is. I kind of know what that is, but I don't know any artists in that. And then, yeah, baby. Yeah, rock and roll. All right, let's go check out this store. Let's, oh wow. So you can kind of see inside. I don't know how to get in there. I think it might be closed, actually. But it looks like a really cool store. And these are all the rock and roll artists of Brazil. You can see all of these are, some of these are punk, some of these are death metal, but here they are. So growing up as a kid in Long Island, my grandmother used to have these plants right here. She used to have all of they're like snake plants, I think is what they're called. But little did I know, walking the streets of Rio, I would be reminded of my grandmother. So Grandma, it's not quite your living room, but here I am thinking of you. Your favorite plant is growing in the sewers of Rio, so. Greetings from Largo do Guimarães, which is kind of a European style center where we're gonna hop on the tram, which will look like this. More art, even more. You see, even in this little tiny nothing of a side street, there's more art. And it's quite good too. It's quite imaginative and well executed. Look at that. And it looks like we have some kind of meth head Obama coming up here. Let's take a look at this.
Little did I know that as I was walking further out of the tourist area, I was walking into the outer ring of one of Rio's violent favelas.
Now, what do you suppose this is? It's a huge building, or shell of a building, I should say, covered in graffiti. You know, as I'm walking, I wonder what's going to become of everything that's like kind of crumbling here. You know, if there's no means to restore it, it's only going to go in one direction. But there's a big building. It seems like it has potential, unless it just needs to be demolished. I wonder. I mean, it's very curious to, you know, come back here maybe in 30 years and just see what the restoration of Brazil. Holy shit, that was gunshots. Holy shit. Here I am as I'm talking about the decline. I just heard all of these gunshots. So the sound of gunfire got to me. So I figured I needed a cold beer to kind of calm the nerves a little bit. I can still hear the gunshots going off. You might be able to hear it. But here I am, a $2 Stella. You don't see that in the US. And here I am. I kind of feel like I'm in prison a little bit, you know? I don't know if I'm locked in or locked out. Boa tarde.
Boa tarde, muito obrigada. Valeu, é lindo, né?
Ok, obrigado. Obrigado.
Tem desconto.
I love the little snickering that I hear after I leave of what I imagine to be Americans. But she was really sweet. Sweet Brazilian grandma.
Having learned my lesson to not stray too far from areas safe for tourists, I finally could ride the streetcar that I've been eyeing all day.
So we made it. We made it onto the yellow tram. I didn't pay, so I don't know how that works, but... Mind you, I have zero idea where I'm going. I'm just gonna get off at the last stop and hope that it's not a, you know, bad neighborhood.
Once back in the city, I headed over to the largest outdoor market I've ever been to, with a seemingly endless supply of fruits, clothes, and a random assortment of junk.
It's really incredible. I've been walking for the last half mile. It's non-stop. So finally, I see an end to this flea market. Finally, after about a mile and a half of walking. And if you can believe it, there's even more over there. There's a whole other lane. Now, I don't know if this is a typical Sunday or if this is just for the holiday, but maron, it's freaking busy here. What's this? Fresh pressed. No sugar necessary. One thing I noticed is everybody's together here. There's not a lot of like people by themselves. There's no lone wolves. Everyone's in a pair or a trio, big families.
The more I was surrounded by groups of laughing Brazilians, a sense of loneliness came over me. But I will say this, Rio is the best place in the world to be lonely. Its mystical sunset and its curvaceous, feminine hilltops, no wonder this place has created such great art. It's easy to feel deeply and tenderly here. So, it was time for me to put the camera away and try to feel some Rio de Janeiro myself. Till next time.